Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, so new opportunities coming. Just move the mics. Let me see the economic calendar just very quick. You can see today we some news from AUD and Chinese. Just give me a second, I change the time zone to London. Yeah, so basically, tomorrow morning in the Asian session, news from AUD, China, and tomorrow morning we have some news from the UK and from Europe. Wednesdays, you can see it's really useful. So Wednesday will be really volatility. We have news from UK, USA, Canada, and New Zealand. Thursday is also really useful. We have news from AUD, Japan, Europe, UK, and USA. And Friday we have some news from UK and Canada. So yeah, I think this week, Wednesday and Thursday, definitely really volatility. So if you have any running position this week on AUD or GBP or USD or New Zealand dollar or AUD or Canadian dollar, you need to keep your eyes on the economic calendar. That's all here, and now let's go on the chart. Let's start with gold. Delete the fuse. So this is the trend line what I use. Looks like it's forming a bullish flag, and basically we can use this trick as well. So if this move happened and the counter trend line is broken, I think also possible in the future the 2183 level. Of course it's take time, so it's not in 1-2 weeks. Let me see the weekly Fibo. If I put the weekly Fibo, you can see the price came back to the 61.80. Actually, it was really close to the 78.60, but it doesn't tap. So you see it's the minus 27 on the weekly. So it will be the, just give me a second. I wasn't correct. So yeah, this one is the weekly and the other one was the daily. And you can see basically the daily minus 27 is a little bit lower, and the price rejected on the daily is 61.80 level. So long term gold for me is still bullish, and I'm waiting big upside move, future upside move. Now, if I put the Fibo from low to high here, you can see the price sitting on the 61.80. It's already rejected few times, and also it's meet with the trend line last week. And you know exactly, I told you I'm looking to take long from 1909 level, and you can see the price was there after it started pushing to the upside, but looks like on the lower time frame it's rejected to this counter trend line. So before this counter trend line is not broken, I think it's still possible continue a little bit lower. You can see I already set some take profit on the daily. So the first one is here, the minus 27, and the other one it's on the previous high, and also the last daily previous high what was here. So it will be also take profit for me. Let me see the 4 hour. So last week you can see the trend line was respected on this level, After the counter trend line is broken, the price make the retest on it. We can place the FIBO from low to high, and you can see the perfect rejection on the 61.80. It's create the inverse head and shoulder, and after it start pushing to the upside, and you can see the minus 68 is matches perfectly with the counter trend line. So you can see the price went all the way to there, and after it made a bigger pullback, and now it looks like create head and shoulder, but we know exactly we are still in the bullish territory. So basically it will be not head and shoulder, it will be big bullish amp. And now what I'm expecting, if I put the FIBO from low to high, you can see here is the 61.80, and actually this is the daily FIBO. I can place the 4-hour FIBO from low to high, and you can see the 78.60 matches perfectly with the 61.80. And if I use another way of the FIBO, so from high to low, the price was actually just really close to the 61.80 and it doesn't tap, but if you check the minus 27, it matches perfectly with the 78.60 H4 and with the 61.80 daily FIBO. So actually, this is what I'm expecting at the moment.
Hey Ben.
Upside, and after it will be continued to the upside. And the question
I have a question.
Okay, just wait, please. The counter trend line is broken, or it's still respecting and it's coming back to the trend line again. Okay, you can ask me now.
Can you ignoring that little bullish candle to this FIBO trick area?
Where?
You can see there's you have a FIBO trick from high to low. Yeah, that one.
Okay, let me see if I place it, it is not the best. And also what I see here, basically it's a bullish W.
Yeah, so can we ignore that bullish candle? Because it's look like a doji.
Yes, because you know, this is the bullish W, and on the bullish W, you need to put the FIBO from the highest point to the lowest point.
Okay,
and
thank you.
Not on basically after the first green candle closed.
Okay.
And actually, I can show you also the FIBO trick here. You see? So yeah. Minus 27. Yeah, so basically this is bullish candle. This is why I placed from high to low and not from high to the first green candle. Yeah. So basically this is what I'm waiting on gold. Push back around 1,929.30 or 50 level, and after the push to the upside. Also, if you look left on this zone, you can see it's really strong support and resistance level. So I'm looking to enter on this point, and after just remove the fibs for better vibe. You can see the first target for me, the 1,965. Second one is the 1,978. The third one is the 1,993, and the fourth one is the 2,015. The fifth one is the 2,055, and the TP6 is the 2,075 level. So this is my expectation on gold. I'm waiting deep pullback to 1,929.50, and after I looking to take a long position. Have you any question, guys?
Yes, Ben.
Yes.
Good morning. So my question is, when the price reached that counter trend line, how do you manage? Like we go to lower time frame to see if we will need to exit the position or.
Let me see just other way of the FIBO. If the price reject on that level, you can see basically the line could be matched with the 61.80 or 78.60.
Yes.
You need to follow, but possibly if the price reject on the counter trend, I will take some profit, because from 1929 to 1952 or 59, basically it's more than 200 pips.
Mm-hmm. Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
Depends.
Yes.
If we go in lower time frame, we can find also an order block, like in 1925.
Yeah, but it's a little bit lower actually. So first I'm looking this region, and after I will see.
Perfect. Thanks.
Have you any question from gold? Can I continue with something else? Okay. Let's see US 30. So yeah, last week was really crazy on US 30. First it dropped down really hard to 2,700 and 190 level after it's make the retest on the trend line, and nice looking, really interesting. If I put the Fibo from high to low, you can see the price was actually really close to the 7860. Know exactly gold and US 30 have a correlation, so when we are looking to go long on gold, US 30 need to be going to the downside. Nice. Let's go back just for a second, bigger time frame. So yeah, basically now it looks like US 30 broke the trend line, and it's create the first blue candle on the weekly. Go from high to low. You can find the 61.8 is 28,430. So I just set 1. Horizontal array there, and 1 for the TP. Just use the wrong number. So 60. Let's go on the daily. Daily, I can put the Fibo. So it basically looks like it's create the bearish W. I can put the Fibo from high to low, and you can see the price already rejected once on the 7860. And here is the daily minus 27. So this is minus 27. The daily. You can see it looks like the price rejected on the 60, no, actually almost on the 7860, and you can see the last like Fibo high to low minus 27 is also matches the previous daily high to low Fibo minus 27. So I think it can be good take profit level that we see on the lower time frame what's happening. So if I draw the trend line from here, it looks like broken. We see the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, it's looking much better. So tap many candles as possible. I think looks like it was the fake breakout on the trend line. I'm just going back to the 4-hour. But we see the few from high to low. You can see the price looks like injected on the 61.80 and on the trend line. So the next downside target will be the previous low, that is 27,250 level. Also, we can use the flip trick, I think, from low to high, and you can see the minus 27 and the 61.80 was close to each other. Let me see the 1 hour, what we can find. Just adjusted now the trend line, and looks like we can find the left shoulder here. Here is the head, so I think possibly it makes some bigger push to the upside now. Let's create the head and shoulder, and after it will be for so the good entry level around 27,931 level. So here. After we can take a short position. Let's target first the previous low. So it's looking really strong level, and also it's one number, so 27,500. This will be the TP2. Minus 27. TP3. Weekly minus 27. TP4. So this is what I think from US 30 at the moment.
So Ben, so are you gonna put a sell limit on that?
Yes, you can, I think. This level is also looking really strong support and resistance level. But we see the last Fibo high to low. So also there is the 78.60 on the 50 minutes. So yeah, I think it's a good level for short. Have you any questions from US 30?
Yes, Ben's one question.
Yes.
Whenever there is an inverse hand and shoulder, you don't wait pattern to be complete. For example, on 1 hour, you don't expect like the bearish W.
Where? Where is that?
On 1 hour, the last leg here.
Can you show me? You can do on my screen. Can you show me?
Yeah,
You can draw on my screen.
I'm drawing.
Oh, okay.
You see it? For example, here, down, up, down, and then the final move.
Okay, if I go in on the lower time frame, you can see there is the bearish W. You see? Down, up, down, up.
Okay, so you go on the lower time frame. Okay. No, like my question was like whenever there is an inverse hand and shoulder, we go to lower time frame to find the complete pattern.
Yeah, but you know, basically it's not inverse head and shoulder. It's head and shoulder.
Head and shoulder, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that's all from US 30. Let me see GBP, GPY. I'm
Hello.
still, so GBP, JPY, we can find the bigger time frame price meet with the trend line. And actually it was really close to the weekly 7860, but it's reversed out before. So the question was this strong daily trend line. If it's broken, it can be drop huge to the downside. Before this move happened, I'm expecting the price came back to this level a little bit higher, and it's created the nice head and shoulder, but the price falling down before creates that inverse before it's created that head and shoulder, and after you can see the daily trend line is broken very clear, but it's never made bigger pullback to the upside. So yeah, hopefully this week it's make some bigger pullback. So now it's very clear, it's looking bearish. We just need to wait some bigger pullback to the upside, and after we can take short and we can catch a huge downside move hopefully. On the daily, if I use the Fibo trick, we can find the price tap the -27 and another Fibo from low to high. You can see it's also 61.80 level, and if we are looking left on this level, we can find also strong support resistance level. So hopefully the price make some bigger pullback and we can find a nice short position. On the daily, I can do really nice trend lines. So I'm going down to the 4 hour for a sec. Try to do a trend line. It's looking good. Going back on the daily, I can place the Fibo from low to high. And you can find maybe the 61.80 and the 7860. So I think that is the place where the price can be pushed, and after maybe continue to the downside. Also we can use the Fibo trick from low to high, and you can find the -68. This matches perfectly with the 61.80. If the price rejects to this level, it's still possible continue lower without bigger pullback. If the price broke the trend line and also broke the 61.8 and the 7860, maybe we can expect some bigger pullback around 139 or 140 level. Before it's not happened, it is the place where I'm looking to take a short position, and if the price reject to that level, the first target for me is the 135 level for the strong surgic pro number and key level as well. After we will see. So this is what I expect. After we will see. It's also possible it's to become the 7860. Yeah, but at the moment for me, 61.80 is looking good. With the double Fibo confirmation, also with the strong support resistance level. Yeah. Have you any question, guys, from GBP, GPY? Okay, let's see. GBP. GBP also looking really interesting. You can see last week was extremely bearish and broke the weekly trend line. I placed the Fibo from low to high. You can see the 7860, it's also broken. And the strong level, it's also broken, and the trend line also broken. So we are expecting huge push to the downside. GBP, GPY, GBP AUD also need to be pushing really hard to the downside. So we can find a clear break on the trend line. Okay, let's start with the trend line. Weekly we can find, looks like the first green candle waiting, so I can put the Fibo from high to low, and you can find trend line and the 61.80 matches with it perfectly. Also, if you look left, you can find here strong support resistance level. Just put horizontal array there. The other one to the minus 27 and the minus 68. 73. 70. Let's go on the daily. On the daily we can find basically the same things. The momentum is extremely strong. So the 61.8, I think it's looking good for short. So basically now I'm expecting a little bit bigger push to the upside on GBP, and after I'm looking to take a short. I will follow the move on the 4 hour. You can do a trend line here. We go from low to high, and you can see the 4 hour trend line and the 61.8, it matches perfectly. You can use also Fibo trick. So the question now, what's happening on GBP on the 61.80 or on the 7860? If the price respects 61.80 or the 7860, it's possible pushing to the downside without bigger pullback. If the trend line, the 61.8 and the 7860 is broken, we can expecting some bigger pullback to the daily 61.80 and to the daily trend line as well. So I'm not doing anything on GBP. I'm just waiting how the price rejects to the 61.80. If it's reject on the 61.80, I will follow the move on the lower time frame. If it's pushing a little bit higher and it's top the 7860, I'm looking to take a short from 7860. And the first target will be the previous low. $75. And after the second one is the 173. Will be the TP3. And also, you know, the Brexit thing is still going, so it can be indicate the GBP will be weak in the future. Yeah, so basically this is what I think from GBP. Do you have any question? Gold started dropping. Okay, let me see Euro USD. So if we're expecting some push to the downside on gold, Euro USD need to be pushing to the downside as well. The bigger time frame, it's still bullish, so I'm waiting still upside move, but I think before it's happened, we need to expect some push to the downside. And actually, I think the good level is for the long is the 7860, because you can see if I put the Fibo from low to high, you can see the price looks like rejected on the 61.80, but this level we can't find trend line and nothing. So you can see it is the 7860, what matches perfectly with the trend line. Also, if I use the Fib trick from high to low, you can see the minus 27 also very close to the 7860. If I use another way of the Fibo from low to high, you can see the 127, it's also here. And if Euro USD make this move, looks like it's create reversal and shoulder. So this is what I'm waiting on Euro USD. So we check last Fibo. You can see it's also rejected on the 7860. So basically, Euro USD is looking really similar than gold chart. So we just need to wait for the perfect entry, and after we can take a long position. If you find a nice entry level, you can also short, but the problem from the currently price, the 7860, it's not too fast, just basically it's really small. So it's just 70 pips. So I think better to wait for this level and after take a long position. And we can target first previous high to the minus 27. TP2, TP3 is the daily minus 27. Just leave it. See the daily minus 27. So the previous high. It was the H4 minus 27. Second, it's perfect. So this is what I'm waiting. So you can see minus 68, which is with the other Fibo. So we have lots of confirmation on this place. I'm waiting this move to the downside, and after planning to take long position. The first target is the H4 previous high. Second one is the minus 27. Third one is the daily previous high, and after the daily minus 27. So that's all. This is what I think. Any question, guys?
Can I see your trend line, Bench?
Yeah. Give me a second. This is where I'm starting.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. guys, I think it was the weekly breakdown team call today. So just few quick words on gold. I'm waiting push to the downside to 1,929 after I'm looking to take a long. On GBP GPY, I'm expecting some bigger pullback to 137,200 level, and after I'm looking to take a short. On US 30, you can see it's dropping really nice. The first target will be at 27,500. After GBP, I'm expecting some bigger push to the upside, to the H4 on the daily 61.80, and on Euro USD, I'm waiting for 1.17800 level, and after I'm looking to take short position. So that's all for me at the moment. If you see any nice opportunity, I will let you know, and I will give my wives with analysis in the academic group. Have a great trading week, guys.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Benz.
Thank you, Ben.
Peace.
See you later.
Have a nice day, Ben.
Make some money. See you guys. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.